Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Hey y'all. Girl. Okay. So, y'all see the goodness. On today, we have a little seafood boil. Can y'all see that? So today, guys, we have some snow crabs, some potatoes, some corn, some shrimp, and some sausage. And we got a little bit of story time. For my man, that's right. For my drink, we have, let's say, an orange squeeze. And I'm going to go ahead and dig in. I'm going to say my prayers, you guys, because I am hungry and we're going to get it in with this story time, okay? Ow. All right, y'all. So today's storyline is going to be about, let's say, Angela and Raymond. I got a little small piece of corn down here, you guys. Want a bite? Juicy. Mmm. So Victoria, you guys, was a normal teen, but she was really good in school. She always made A's and B's. And she was considered a good girl. She didn't give her parents any problems. And she just did her thing. She was serious about her education. Her parents enforced, the importance behind education. And that's all they wanted her to have, the best education possible, to have a good life. So Angela kept that going all through high school, you guys. Go shrimp. And once she graduated high school, she started to get a little wild. She starts to test the waters. She was tired of being a good girl. She wanted to experience being a teenager, parties, boys. So she started to be in the streets a little bit more. And her parents ended up sending her away. So they sent her to her grandma's house. And they wanted her to finish school, college, out there with her grandmother. And just focus on school and not these hard-headed little boys. So Victoria got to her grandmother's house. And she started to do fairly well. She started to turn around. And everything was good. Her grandma said she didn't have any problems out of her. And she was on her business like she was when she was in high school. So eventually Victoria got bored and lonely because it had become all about work and school and trying to satisfy her grandparents and her parents. So she ended up meeting Raymond. And when she met Raymond, you guys, he became her knight and shiny armor. She was obsessed with her new man. She had finally met somebody that she could spend her time with. And that's all she wanted to do. Eventually, y'all, she starts skipping school, not going to classes to spend more time with Raymond. She like, I'll just leave school and be with you. All I want to do is be with you. So Raymond is with that, y'all. He like, cool. They both love each other. There comes a point in time where Victoria and Raymond had the topic about what he was going to do as far as work. He needed to work. She like, I'm going to need you to get your own coins, honey. I can't keep paying for everything all the time. So Raymond come up with this major plan. He from the streets. And when you're from the streets and stuff go bad, all you know is the streets. That's what you convert back to. So he came up with a plan, y'all, to rob the store. Now, Victoria is not about that life. But because she loved her man and they had talked about marriage and children and a future, she was going to do anything necessary to have his back. So she got her 12-year-old cousin involved to help Raymond rob the store. And she will be the getaway driver. So they go rob the store. And they pull up. Victoria want to show her man she got his back, child. Victoria proceeds to say, baby, hold on. Here, take this. And give Raymond her purse. And tell Raymond, child, to put all the money in the purse. So Raymond take the bag. He wrap it around his shoulders. Him and the cousin, 12-year-old cousin, get out the car. And she said, the gun's not loaded, right? And he said no. So she's thinking, okay, nobody's going to get hurt. We're just going to get the money and live our happy life. 30 seconds after getting out the car, y'all, Raymond and the cousin run back to the car after she heard a pow. So now she like, what the hell is that? As she wondering what the noise was, the cousin and Raymond running back to the car. She like, damn, that was fast. The cousin and Raymond, y'all, didn't have a lot of money at all. So she looking at the cousin and her man like, y'all don't got no, like, you know, all of this, what we going through for this, they spooked. She like, the gun wasn't supposed to be loaded. He said, I didn't know if they was gonna have no gun, so I went ahead and loaded my gun just in case they had a gun. So now she contemplating like, this is not my life. What have I done? She goes ahead and drive off, y'all. The police look at the surveillance camera. The clerk, a Hispanic lady, was killed. On the footage, they noticed that nobody was in the store. And then you see the door fly open. 2 male suspects roll in. One has a distinctive bag around his waist. The bag, y'all, that they looking at on the surveillance camera is the bag that Angela gave her man before he rolled up in the store. So, make a long story short, they end up catching Raymond, found out about the cousin, and later they go to Victoria's house. And they tell Victoria, look, you're not being arrested. We simply just want to ask you some questions. They found out about Victoria through Raymond's Facebook page. Because at first Raymond wasn't telling the soul. So the detectives really can't figure out why this good girl will be talking to such a horrible guy that's looking at the death penalty. So while Victoria's talking to the police, at first everything was sounding good. You know, she was like, he was with me. He's not capable of being a murderer. He's not capable of, you know, killing anyone and robbing a store. And as she talking, the detective look over and see the distinctive bag in the corner. So he started giving the other detective the look like. So bam, they know that without a search warrant, they can't even ask about the bag. So they immediately leave her house to go obtain a search warrant to come back. Excuse me, you guys. Because at this point, that bag is evidence. Y'all, they get back to the house. Angela done got rid of the bag. Victoria The detectives asking Victoria and her grandparents, like, where's the bag? They acting like they stupid. What the grandparents don't know anyway. Victoria was like, what bag? So now they know that there's more to it than she admitting. So they take her little butt to the station. Mind y'all, she's 18 years old, 19. She not finna tell on her man. So, by Raymond not telling either, they allow both of the teens to be in the same room and to talk. And Angela like, just tell the truth, babe. Just tell what went on. If you don't tell the truth, they're going to give you the death penalty. So he like, okay, I'll tell the truth. Which was, he broke into the store. He was not going to kill anybody. They were not planning on killing anybody. But when Victoria ran into the store, it scared him. And it triggered off the gun. And that's how the woman was killed. Of course, Angela is okay with it because, Victoria, I'm sorry, y'all. Because she like, if I can save my man from going to prison and getting a death penalty, then, I don't mind. Because in her head, they still finna be together behind closed, behind bars. So, y'all, it's trial time. Immediately after trial, the 12-year-old cousin ended up getting life. And everybody in the community was taken back. Like, damn, a 12-year-old being tried as an adult. Can you imagine being 12 years old? Never even having sex before, never even experiencing being with a woman, and you get life in prison. So now it's time for Angela and Raymond to go to trial. Raymond gets on the stand and tells the judge that Victoria had everything to do with the robbery and the murder. She was in on everything. And the family up in there like, oh, hell no. Like, this is not true. This is not who she is. She's not that type of person. Like, tell the truth. She helped your ass get away, but damn, she didn't kill the woman. She didn't go into the store. She was simply the getaway driver. Make a long story short, they made their decision in 3 hours. Like, Angela is guilty. You guys, they charged Angela with capital murder. Capital murder. her story went out the window. And it was the truth. But she got shown no justice. The jury looking at it like, you was the getaway driver. You didn't stop the murder from happening. You didn't tell. You didn't contact your local police authorities. So, in their eyes, you're just as guilty as Raymond and Lil Andre. So, she ended up getting capital murder, her and Raymond. Mind y'all, she ended up doing her own interview. Usually, it's like actors all the way through skitting what happened in reality. But y'all, they gave her an interview like, and she was telling her own story as to her part and being convicted. Moral of the story is, can't trust a nigga. Okay. He went and turned on his child, knowing she didn't have anything to do with pulling the trigger and killing that woman. She did get she was the getaway driver, but she didn't pull the trigger and she didn't take any money. But to save his own ass from getting the death penalty, he lied on her. Furthermore, she already knew something was going to happen in order for him to not get the death penalty, but she had no idea that sticking up for him, trying to have his back, will land her in a position of being in prison for the next 40 years before she can even attempt to ask for parole. You know what I mean? So, it was all bad. Now she's sitting in prison until she's about 60 years old. And that's if they grant her parole in 40 years. If she in there goofing around, getting in trouble and stuff like that, it's gonna be a wrap. But young ladies, love is love. We all want to be in love. We all want a significant other. We all want to feel wanted. But there is no love better than real love and God love. And unconditional love from your children and your parents, sisters, brothers, family. Loving a man to the point where you're willing to sit in prison for the rest of your life, and neither one of you guys can get to each other, that's not real love, first of all. You're doing too much. A man that loves you is not going to involve you in his shenanigans. Because the real one going to take care of it and come home like, here, babe. This is what I got. Not saying you ain't still going to, you know. Hey, but still. To turn on me? Like, nigga, I was willing to let you lie a little bit so that you wouldn't get death penalty. But you went and twisted it to where I'm getting capital murder. Not cool at all. You guys, that was so good. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, wash my face. And chill for the rest of the night. I hope you guys enjoy story time for my man. I'll be sure to put the link in the description box. So if you guys want to check that episode out, you can go on over to TV1 or YouTube and check that out. Excuse me. So you guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already, please make sure you subscribe. I know I have a lot of you guys that come back and watch me consistently, but you have not yet clicked that bell and turned my red into gray. So please do so you can, you know, come kick it with your sister a little more often and listen to these good story times and whatever else I got going on the channel at that time. Anyway, I love you guys. Share me out. Like, comment, subscribe. Excuse me. Follow me on all social media platforms. And on that note, y'all, I am full. Y'all seen I ate that whole plate? Child, I had to keep eating for y'all so I can get the story out. Okay. I knew if I would have stopped eating, the story wouldn't have got told right. Okay, y'all seen what happened in the last video with the tacos. I couldn't even start the video, child. I couldn't stop laughing. Y'all know I'm weird like that. Anyway, thanks for rocking with your girl. Thank you to my A1 day ones. Y'all know who you are. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all so much. On the road to this 4K, y'all. I am so close. So yeah, we're gonna keep you tuned. So stay tuned in. We got a lot coming, a lot going on in the future. So bye bye y'all, because I'm rambling and I keep going and going and going. Bye bye.